Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for your Chelsea versus Aston Villa preview. Big up your damn selves. Make sure you smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe every single damn time. You must be whispering to yourself. You must be wondering, these promises, these pleads with me, why are you not sitting in that new studio? What is this foolish boy doing on this day? Well, as you can see on the screen, I am setting up that new camera. So I will not be social distancing from you guys any longer. I will be bringing in, as we speak, as this goes out, top of the range mics are being unpackaged and put together so you can hear crisp, clean audio like never before on this channel. The fact that you guys have stuck with me through some of the equipment I've had, it really does bring a tear to my eye. So I'm giving back. I'm giving back. Your ears will no longer bleed more than you can believe. So that's where I am at right now. But it is going to be ready literally probably for the next video. Not stream. Streams will be done in this very location because I like it. I put it together and I think it looks decent. But for videos, we got that and it's going to look great. Now, before we get into the news, let's discuss the minor matter of being sandwiched into a 2 o'clock time slot with Liverpool versus West Ham and Arsenal versus Spurs. Now, make no mistake, just because we're not on a Friday night under the lights against Luton or on primetime TV at 4:30, don't think for a second that we will not be watching, aware and there. You must perform. We must try to navigate this victory at some point. The records that we hold are insane. 1 win out of the last 10 at home, you know. Aston Villa, yes, they present some dangers and we'll get to that in their section of the video, but they did play on Thursday. So please hold those standards high, unless you're Thiago Silva, because according to this report, and I am starting to think that they're putting out these reports to poke us, to tempt us, to tease us, to think that maybe as you hide behind those doors, as you walk in those corridors of despair, that you might absolutely flip out as a Chelsea fan and react in a negative manner. They want their clicks, they want their engagement. International break was difficult for everyone. There was no football, at least club-wise, so they're opportunistics. And in this report and in the next one I speak of, they're testing you to see if you're going to give that negative reaction, that toxicity that Chelsea fans are linked with, intertwined with. However, thanks. This fan base was not fickle in these moments and actually was able to understand and comprehend that Silva having standards is not a problem. It's not something where we should, get the stick and beat him. It's not a situation where in The Simpsons you get the pitchforks with the fire and start running towards his house with his family. The analogy is he's a family man. He's an older man and he understands that sometimes his younger kids in the squad potentially will run amok. They will be alcoholics that get themselves into positions where they could catch diseases potentially. They are players that need guidance sometimes. They could get a little bit happy and go lucky in London. You never know what the standards are, what the situation is in training, what has triggered him to potentially be whingy or whiny. But at the end of the day, they need to stick to the standards he sets, because in my opinion, with the experience that he has from AC Milan, from PSG, being a part of assembled sides of success, there's no better person or player to look to in that squad for what you need to do on a day in, day out basis, weekly basis, to strive for the objectives and targets we've set ourselves. So Thiago Silva's, I'm on your side. Unless you've hit someone physically, I'm on your side. Now, Madueke, the Daily Mail, we've seen this before. The Daily Mail doing their due diligence once again. The very reliable Daily Mail, in fact. This is how they come to think of such report. Hi guys, thank you for joining me in this critical, crucial meeting. Scott Barker, your host, Chief Executive at the Daily Mail. Clicks are low, engagement is lower. I have a bonus to chase, so I have a plan. We need to find our rich tea within our chocolate digestive. What does that mean? Picking on our black brothers. Now, it's not the chosen one this time. It is Madueke. I have photos of him outside without a tag, past curfew, boozing with his brethren. Now, could his dreadlocks be causing his decision making to falter? Potentially. pace and power on the pitch, but boozing with the brethrens. Just think about the headlines, guys. It's there. Now, you can take mine if you wish, but I would prefer some creativity. And also, if you don't mind using a picture of Raheem Sterling when you post the article, that will also increase the clicks, as we can confuse them as they all look the same. So, guys, get the article done. If you have to lie, make it believable at least. Okay, say they were at a barbecue eating chicken or something. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. So let's talk tactics. I have been deliberating, discussing, driving myself insane, going back and forth on this tactics board, trying to think of a solution, put the pieces in this puzzle together for a plan that can succeed against Aston Villa. And I've been even talking to nobody at that time. I was just in my own world, being the coach, I guess, for once. But my team will not be selected, let's be honest. The team that I always ask for never really comes out, but I'm going to go close and pray that it comes off. Who knows? This is what I want to see. My team, it's attacking. It's players playing in a natural position, in zones that they're comfortable in playing. It's a left winger at the left wing position. It's a left back at the left back position. It's a team that is not scared of Aston Villa, that is going to take the game to Aston Villa, that is going to try and take advantage of the fact that Aston Villa played on Thursday away in the Europa League. Yes, they made 5 changes from the side. Well, in my expected 11, when that comes out on the screen, I am saying they're going to make about 5 changes. But regardless, they're going to make changes, right, from what that team was. But our point is we've had the whole week to prepare, to train, to focus, and to be very much prepared tactically for this match. So it's a big game. You're going up against Emery. Yes, he's very good tactically. Poch needs to match him and even go beyond him, right, because he doesn't have those fatigue problems. Players are coming back from injury, hopefully, as we see in the scroll. So for me personally, Palmer in that half space, looking to create, looking to pop off shots. I've got Mudryk on the left wing, building on that 20 minutes that he had against Bournemouth. I've got Sterling on the right, who needs to revive, who needs to go back to the first couple of games we saw, get back to form. Jackson up front is the only option. Broja maybe on the bench. Enzo and Colwell, key, absolutely key. I watched the game against Liverpool for Aston Villa, and what was constant was the fact that they left space in behind. They played this mid-block, they played 3 at the back. Diego Carlos played that game. He fell injured. Now they've gone to a 4 in the last couple of games, but they left space in behind. Salah was getting behind, Nunes was getting behind, but the most important thing is Liverpool had bodies, and they had bodies even centrally as well. They made sure that there was always options for other attackers to link up with, to combine with, and to create those opportunities, and that absolute onslaught, which is what it was in that win. So we've got to do the same. We cannot be conservative, we cannot be cautious, we cannot be defensive, we cannot have players in our own half playing the ball at 5 miles per hour in between themselves under no pressure because Villa have decided to sit back. I don't know if Villa are going to play this mid-block. They may not respect us. If they don't, fair enough. We've only won 1 game out of the last 10 at home. If they don't respect us, I don't expect them to. They may actually come out maybe and be with that high line even. I doubt it. I think it'll be a mid-block at most. If they sit back and understand our weaknesses are that we struggle to break teams down, then we will have to try and break them down. But that's why I've got maximum attackers out there to try and do so. I've got Matson in that team. It's a risk. It's probably not going to happen. That's the one gamble in the team that Pochettino probably won't go with, because he'll play Chilwell, the vice captain, if he plays, or he'll play Colwell at left back and go with the 3 taller centre backs in the back 4. But I've got Colwell at centre back because I think him and Enzo will be critical in breaking the lines, in playing those vertical passes through Aston Villa, in finding those direct balls over the top if they leave that mid block, which we saw we saw many a time Liverpool just go straight in behind to Salah, straight in behind, Nunes across. Big chance that he missed, but again, like I said, they were looking to create. They did score 2 of those goals at a consequence of 2 set pieces, a flick on, and Silva'S also capitalising on a ball, a loose ball from a set piece and striking in. Maybe on set pieces we could try and get them, but mainly I just want us to have players in attacking areas linking up close together. Let those wingers come inside, let those fullbacks overlap. You know, if it is an underlap for Chilwell, if he's playing, but just get people forward. And You've got Leslie Okochoku who could start. You've got your 2 centre backs. You've got Enzo who needs to drop into that first phase. You have the opportunity to keep a right back in there as well. But make sure we're trying to attack, I think, with minimum 5, defend with 5. But yeah, like I said, I've been seeing Aston Villa, you know, last couple of games. They've won, they've lost. They made 5 changes. Tielemans came in midweek. They're probably going to, like I said, rotate again. They're going to bring those players back in that we expect. The team from the Thursday game is on the screen, and then the 5 changes to what I expect Aston Villa to put out. Now, goes without saying they are a danger. Goes without saying that they are a concern with Diaby, with Leon Bailey, with Watkins. These guys can strike a ball. These guys can put the ball in the back of the net. But I don't want us to fear them so much that we set up defensively and then pose absolutely no threat, because then all that's going to happen is we're going to just be boxed in, caged in at our own stadium. We're never going to get an opportunity to get forward and to really inflict some sort of insult to injury on their team. So for me, that's how I see it. I see that they've got attacking threats. I see that they could dominate the midfield. It's going to be a tough game. Kamara, Douglas Luiz, but I've got to play my players. I've got to play the footballers. I've got to out-football Aston Villa. Are we going to out-muscle them? Are they weak? No. Are we going to outrun them? Are they slow? No. So now it's football. And if we play Enzo and we play Palmer, maybe we stand a chance. Maybe, just maybe, we might stand a chance of actually putting this ball about. I think it could be a back and forth basketball game. And then we have to be clinical. We know that's a struggle. So it ain't going to be easy. I want to know in the comments, what is your team? What is your lineup? What would you select? Is it close to what I've selected? I've gone with Matson because he can combine, because he can underlap, overlap, because he can shoot, because he can be good in general play, which I think Chilwell struggled in recently, especially when he came on. What do you think the score will be? I'm going with a 1-0 Chelsea win. I am being so positive when I say that, because it could easily be a draw or defeat. I'm going with a 1-0 because we don't score a lot of goals, and I'm praying we keep a clean sheet. But let me know what your prediction is, your score prediction, in the comments down below. Give me feedback. New set, new things popping up, more things coming. Camera, mics, all coming. Let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking, feeling, what you want to see added, extras, cool. That's what I want. Smash up the likes, subscribe. See you next time. In a bit, people. Peace.
La la la